It's very sad. I've covered the national team for a long time, and the fact that Chicharito is the all-time leading scorer, and I really know he's not wanted on the team from some of the players, and Tata Martino doesn't want it. So it's really sad because you're talking about, he considers himself a legend, but he's out. They don't want him. And the fact that Raúl Jiménez got hurt, that's why Funes Mori came into the picture. But yes, I was told earlier in the week here in LA that if Chicharito was going to be called last minute for this summer's Gold Cup, he would have said no. Obviously, they probably make a phone call before they do anything publicly, and then he denies it. But when Chicharito says that I don't need to call anybody, I don't need to say anything, it has to do what I found out this week that Tata said, we need a public apology. He never gave it. And Tata is in charge. Don't confuse activity with accomplishment. He better win this Gold Cup because he can do whatever he wants. The owner of the Mexican team right now is Tata, except when they're talking about money, like what happened in Nashville last night. Hey, Tata, we need you to fly. You got to give some credibility to the Olympic game. We got a contract with some. We're making a lot of money, and we don't want him to be mad. So, hey, bring Hector Moreno. Just sit in the bench. Don't worry. Jimmy's going to work. And that was very embarrassing, to be honest. Okay. The fact that they flew Tata Martino to just sit there on the bench and watch somebody else be the manager of the team.
Yeah, I agree. To fulfill a contract with some, it was in the contract. But let me just for a second try to gather my thoughts here on what's going on, because I can't imagine that Tata Martino would say, behind closed doors, I need a public apology, and then not get it and just let this keep festering on and let all these rumors happen and make yourself look bad. Instead of just saying to the press, he needs to apologize to me, to his teammates for what happened. He's never said that. He's never been transparent. And then two, Javier Hernandez in his mind thinking to himself, there's a possibility that Raúl Jiménez comes back and he's healthy, and he's full throttle, and he's scoring goals again come next Premier League season. That's out of my control. There's a possibility that Henry Martin goes to the Olympics and he crushes it the same way that Uribe Peralta did and wins gold and he's scoring goals. There's a possibility that Pulido or Rogelio Funes Mori in this Gold Cup crush it and they're scoring goals, and it's out of sight, out of mind, and I'm way down the pecking order. Right now, Javier Hernandez is scoring goals. He's never once said he wanted to retire or he doesn't want to be with the national team. So to me, as you can imagine, John, I have a hard time believing Javier Hernandez would let it go this far.
He's very healthy. He's never had really ankle or knee injuries. I think Chicharito can play 2-3 years at a high level. But the reality is he's not considered by Gerardo Tata Martino. The moment Raúl Jiménez got hurt, that's when Funes Mori came into the equation. I'll give you an example. This week, there was a Chicharito answer, but not a Chicharito question to Martino when he said, hey, Alan Pulido, yes, he has an ankle problem, but he'll be ready 100%. We consider him for the Gold Cup. So that's the way he's answering the Chicharito questions, like saying, my nines are Funes Mori, Alan Pulido, and he doesn't want Chicharito. Obviously, you never know what could happen. Is Raúl Jiménez coming back? Is Funes Mori going to be okay if he's going to be injured? He has to give himself that option thinking of the World Cup, but not this year. That's why I say it's very sad that the all-time leading scorer of the Mexican national team is not welcome in his own country's national team. And it's not just what happened in discipline in September 2019. It's been a process of things. They got mad at him in image, in premiums that would play the players. So there was a lot of things that went on. It's very sad, to be honest.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.